Well, I'm back here in Carleton Place, Ontario. Anybody who's watched my Ottawa Valley Recreational Trail videos will probably recognize this building right behind me. Now, if you look in the distance to the north, you can see some of these clouds are looking a little stormy. So I've got no idea how things are going to turn out here today. They say it's a low chance of rain, but those dark clouds sure are moving in fast. So let's get started here on this little section of former railway line and go and see what the Trans-Canada Trail is like from Carleton Place to Ottawa. I gotta say, it feels really good to be moving. It's a hot one today. Now, I'm not 100% about where I'm supposed to go to stay on this trail to get started. But I do know once I get down to the Trans-Canada Highway, it should be pretty much smooth sailing. Those clouds do look pretty stormy. I'm not quite sure where to go here. I guess I must cross. Oh, that's pretty cool. The old Howard's Grocer has got a mural on the side of the building with the last train to Carleton Place painted on it. I never noticed that before. Kind of a little different that the cycle part kind of pops a little bit north of the sidewalk here. I don't think I've seen it done like that before. So I may be getting wet today. It's a hot one, so I mean, if it does rain a little bit, I can't complain too much about that. But the same temperature as a couple of my other rides this year. It's 31, 32 degrees Celsius out right now with pretty high humidity. I've never been a huge fan of riding in cities and towns. It's just not really my bag, but I mean, sometimes you got to do that just to be able to get out to the good stuff. And I'm as curious as anybody what the trail is like here in town too, before you get out of town. Carleton Place as a community has actually grown in huge leaps and bounds over the last couple of years. You can see even these apartment buildings, they're all the new style. So as prices have skyrocketed in Ottawa, people have started turning to some of the surrounding communities and moving out here. So places like Carleton Place really have grown a lot because of it. that looks really stormy. It's almost thunderstorm-like. Well, too late to do too much about that. I can see rain. I either turn around or I keep on going, and you know, I've made it all the way out here, so at this point I think it's just time to keep on going. All right, looks like the rail trail is finally picking up. Now this is a really well-traveled trail. This is pretty obvious with all the bike tracks and the footprints here, the gravel that's just been pounded down into the hard soil. That doesn't surprise me too much. I kind of figured that this would actually be one of the more well-traveled rail trails that I've ever been on. Surface is really good. No complaints yet. Lots of wild parsnip. Boy, that's just wild, seeing how much that's really just gotten all over the place in the last couple of years. Before, you used to go all around and you didn't have a worry in the world. And now it's like, if you go out and you touch that stuff and you don't clean it off soon enough, you'll be left with some serious burns. Well, that's pretty. Oh, that's so nice. I was gonna say, it almost looks like an old swamp, but seems to have been pretty dried up. Road right beside me. Feels good to be out doing this again today. Now, I guess it's just really time for me to settle on in and just enjoy the scenery on the way to Ottawa. Look at this, coming up to a field here. Wow, that's beautiful. Corn's growing pretty good. I don't know. I don't think that's going to miss me. I think I'm in for it. We'll see. All depends which way the wind keeps blowing. Now let's talk about the wild parsnip. It is pretty. That's kind of how it first came to the area. It was brought over as like garden decorations and flowers for houses to decorate them up. The unfortunate thing about it is it just spreads like wildfire, so it didn't take long before you start getting all these pockets in Ontario that were just starting to explode with them, and next thing you know, it's all over the place. That and giant hogweed. Hey, cool. Looks like I'm coming up to 2 ruts here. I like how they've kept the trailway sign there, real similar to like an old railway crossing sign. That's super cool. There's the Trans-Canada Highway, just to my right. You know, taking the car down that so many times and never thought I'd be up here riding this. And to be perfectly honest, whenever I'd be down there driving, I didn't even know this existed. That is pretty, but not what you want to see. Well, we'll see what happens. Looking to the south, it looks so beautiful. And looking to Quebec, it's just, all machinery. Keep going. I don't normally talk about the weather so much, but when you come across a system like that, it's just, I think it's blowing south. I might just have a stop here for a sec, check the weather, and kind of go from there. Make the call. I mean, if it's a little bit of light rain, sure, I'll keep going, but if it ends up being a huge soaking, then I don't think it's worth it. You can always come back and do this another day. Not what I prefer to do. Today is just absolutely perfect for it for me. Enjoying this weather. I'm in good shape. Looking forward to the experience too. And had this planned for a while too. This is nice. Love these little grove areas. You know, it's funny with my skin condition, you'd think that it'd be sunny days that I'd be a lot more worried about than rainy or overcast days, but it's kind of the opposite. So I know some people new to the channel might not have seen some videos where I've talked about my skin condition, but yeah, it's kind of my parting gift from COVID. So long story short, I've got a skin condition called vitiligo, where the pigmentation in my skin gets destroyed by my immune system. It's not catching or anything like that, it just gives me a spotted look. And in case you ever thought it was just YouTube compression or compression from the camera, no, my face really is like this. I've got darker spots and lighter spots. Most of the time, I do my best to try to avoid getting too much of a suntan, just so my skin's a little bit more even. But when I go out during the summertime, even with all the sunscreen I put on, you just can't avoid it. You slowly get more and more tanned as the season goes on and starts becoming a little bit more obvious, like how it is today. So what happened? I was fine for most of my life, and then all of a sudden, boom, this just hit, and it was like really quick that it happened. So, like I mentioned, it's an autoimmune disease, and what had happened was with the COVID vaccines, after my first COVID vaccine, I noticed a spot on my arm right here that was a lot lighter than the rest of my skin. And I posted it to Facebook and just asked some friends, you know, hey, like, is this something normal or what? Should I be worried about this? And, you know, I just got the usual smart ass remarks like, yeah, you're just getting old, it's old man spots and stuff like that, and didn't think anything of it. Kind of stayed the same, not much change, just had this one little spot. And then I got my next round of vaccines. And 2 weeks after that, I got my flu shot. And I guess the two things combined just kind of threw my immune system into overdrive, and it started attacking the pigmentation in my skin. So all the top of my head, my face, spots on my upper chest, a little bit on my legs. Yeah, that all happened from that. So, you know, it's give and take. So the downside with having the condition is, you know, I've got like 5-10 minutes out in the sun at the most before any place that doesn't have it will burn, and it's a really, really good burn. The positive is that the part of your skin that usually will be susceptible to getting skin cancer is where all your pigmentation is. So any place where I don't have pigmentation, I have a lot lower of a chance of getting skin cancer than I do on places where I do. So positives and minuses. I look weird. I know it. I don't try to hide it or camouflage it. It is what it is, and it's who I am now. So anyway, when it comes to riding, I'm sure you can guess what the challenge is, and that is trying to make sure that my skin's protected. So every 2 hours, I make sure I stop, I put on some sunscreen. The downside is, of course, top of the helmet. I don't really put sunscreen on top of my head because I got about this much hair at the top, and it really would just get all gooey and messy and gross, so I just kind of avoid that one. So sometimes I've got a pretty nice sunburn in a couple of spots up there. Yeah, and that's the story with my skin. So just for those who don't know what it is or were afraid to ask, that's it. I don't mind sharing, and you know, it's just part of who I am now. So now that story time's over, I can definitely see it's coming, but I also see like all the spots where it was raining up in Gatineau. I don't see any more rain falling down. So I mean, I see a spot there, I see a spot there, but this, where it looks like it's going to be blowing over me, I might just get lucky. So yeah, let's keep on going. That's what these trips are all about, right? Not knowing what's coming, adventure, and the unknown. The weather is also part of that. Trail so far has been just great. The ground isn't slippery, it's pretty hard packed, well maintained. I'm liking it. cool down a little bit with the sun gone. Now the colors would look so much better with the sun out, but on a hot day like this, you really can't complain. I'll take the shade and I'll take the extra little bit of wind as the system blows through. Check this underpass out, huh? Wouldn't have been much room for the trains, like not much extra room here. And that's pretty new. 2009. Now, it's quite possible that there wasn't anything there before, and those were just put in for people who are riding the Trans-Canada Trail, which would explain why it's not so high. Hey, here we go. So I just passed underneath the Trans-Canada Highway and now off to my first real wooded section. This isn't too long of a stretch to get from Carleton Place to where it ends in Bell's Corners. But I've always been curious to come on out here and do this ride, to sort of see what it's about. I have a history with Ottawa, and you know, I love all the time that I spent there and people that I met. And any excuse to come on back to the area for a little visit is always a good excuse for me. I might not be living there, but it's a great place to come on out and visit. Wow, that's real pretty here. It's the kind of stuff I was hoping for. Check this out, huh? Very nice. Looks like all the rain is north of the river. Hopefully it stays there. Anyway, as long as the weather holds, my plan today is to keep on going past where this trail ends at Bell's Corners and go down by Britannia, keep following the old railway line like where it used to go as close as I can, and finish it up where it meets the old parkway close to the Ottawa River. I've walked on the Britannia, the pathway down there. I can't remember the name of it, but I've walked on that, and when I walked on it back in the day, there were still some railway ties left on it, so I'm gonna be kind of curious just to see what it's like as a pathway now. It's always fun to come on out to places like this that you've got a history with, and the history is like ancient history, and now you get to come on back and just see what's changed. Wow, it's dark right here. This is wild. Look at that old house. kind of cool to be out riding the Trans-Canada Trail. When they first announced it, I thought to myself, you know, it'd be so much fun to get on out there and ride different sections of it. And over the last couple of years, I've done exactly that. Between parts of the K&P Trail, the Tahab Lock, the Cataraqui Trail, Ottawa Valley Rec Trail, it has been a fun journey.